What's good, everybody? It's your boy, one and only Kabod International. You already know. If you don't know, now you know. I'm here with my brother Nando, Fernando Cobbs from Jacksonville, Florida. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you, brother. It was nice to see you after 2 years in Connecticut Barber Expo,
Yeah,
and you are doing now Jacksonville Elite Barber Expo, July 31st.
that's correct. That's correct. I have the pleasure to be in the creator of Jacksonville Barber Expo here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, tell us about your expo because last year I missed it, but
Yeah,
before that year
you
I
guys
was
made
over
it. Yeah,
there. Yep.
yeah,
Tell us to our viewers and listener how you start this expo and what's good about your expo.
yeah. So like Kabod said, his brand was there. This is the first time that he's actually going to be in the building, so I'm very very happy for that. But the show started 3 years ago. It started right before the pandemic. And it happened in February
Yeah.
16th, I believe. That was my first show. And right after everything started shutting down because of COVID and all that stuff. So my show was the last show.
Yep.
And then a whole year happened. And then I wasn't gonna do Jack Barber Expo. I wasn't gonna do it. Like I mean, the pandemic, everything was going on. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. So next year, even though we didn't have a lot of places and stuff that we could do it,
Yep.
I ended up doing it last year too. We had a little bit of troubles because they closed our venue last minute due to COVID. We had, a lot of people in one place. Light kept going down and stuff. So, um, it was great because we had a lot of people, but there's a lot of stuff that we could have done better. So I made a commitment to myself, and I made a commitment to the not only to the people of Jacksonville, but all the surrounding areas that I'm gonna come back again, and I'm gonna come back stronger and harder. So I decided from now on, my show is always gonna be in July. My show is
July.
always is gonna be in July. Why? Because July is summer. Everybody wants to be in Florida.
Yep.
People is visiting. Kids are out of school. Like everybody want to have fun.
Yeah, I'm also too excited for that too.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
So
gonna mix this expo ever.
yeah, and I'm happy you say that you're not gonna miss it because that's exactly what we want to do. I've been partnering up with people like Jay Majors, Pacinos, and stuff like that, and I've been getting a lot of mentoring from them, and it's
Yep.
truly humbling to get them to be on my corner and kind of give me advice and all that stuff. And that's what we're trying to do. We're not the show that has 10,000 people, 8,000 people yet, but we're going there. That's the transition that we're going. We take this very seriously. This is a business already. We want to do it every single year. We want to be better. We want to bring more people. We want to bring more excitement. That's exactly why we created the Barber Hall of Fame for this year. Next year is going
Yeah.
to be a 2-day event for Jacksonville Barber Expo. And if you see, um, I my mentor and one of the people that I always look up to is Jay Majors. And we've
Yep.
been able to sit down and talk. And Jay did the Barber Grammys, and I was like, man, this is amazing that the people
Yeah.
can come and party and have fun and all of these good stuff. So I decided to add something to the industry, and I was like, what a better way than add something else than the Barber Grammys. Now we can do the Barber Hall of Fame,
Yep.
and the idea of that is to show the good um the good talent that we have in the barbering industry, and what we're able to do. We want to do red carpets, we want to do people doing speeches of what they do, all of that stuff. We want to do it. So the
Yep.
idea is big, then the dream is big, so we just got to keep working and grinding and getting better.
Yeah. And when you appreciate your industry and recognize your people, even it's
Yeah,
barbers, barbershop owners, and related industry people, and people feel happy and they work more hard. Like
yeah,
They think like in our industry, somebody is out there who appreciate us and
Yeah.
recognize us. Yeah,
Yeah, like you said, these shows are extremely difficult to do too, because like I started by myself. I had help from my brother and stuff like that, but doing such a mega show is so difficult. So like I look up a lot to Jay Majors because, you know, putting a show like that is crazy. So I think the bar is set high. We need to keep working really, really hard and
yeah,
bringing the best expo and the best things for Jacksonville. But that's what we want to do. That's what we want to move forward. And this is for the people, like you said. This is for the barbers. This is for the barbershops, and for people to appreciate it and fall in love more with the industry.
yeah. And we get together all barbers and networking in the Grammys, and we meet and made a lot of connections.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only barbers, man. It's like I'm telling people, like whenever you go to Jacksonville Barber Expo, at least I can speak for me. I can speak for everybody else. We have people that are going to be educating on marketing. We have people that are going to be educating on NFTs, on cryptocurrency, on real estate. We got people that are going to have vendor tables for insurance, retirement insurance, health insurance, all of that stuff. These are things that barbers need information,
Yeah,
because the better that we educate and the more that we continue to grow, the better that we can be. So I believe that the barber industry is the backbone of the community. So that's why I'm putting everybody together so we can take those and to our benefit.
yeah. And this industry, we can learn from each other.
Yeah,
And I always tell people, like, I came here in 2014, and I start selling scissors on the streets in
yeah.
Camden. So I don't know about social media, only Facebook. And one of the hairstylist girls, she asked me, "Do you have Instagram?" I said, "I don't have even driving license." You asking me Instagram? I say Facebook. She said, "No, this kind of in America we use a lot in hairstylist,
Yeah,
barbering
yeah,
industry. We use a lot. If you have that, and you can get business." And she
yeah,
was young girl. I still follow her. She's a hairstylist, and she showed me how to download the app and how to
yeah,
create your Instagram. And she said, just wherever you go, and you just take a picture and just upload it, your products.
yeah,
And I start from her. I say, okay, let's take a picture. I take a picture, and in 2014, 15, and I start posting on my Instagram.
yeah,
And then I connected with you, with a lot of other barbers, and they are now big names too, because in 2014, 15, these big names was also starting up that time too. And I just uploaded pictures and learned from, like, you guys, barbers,
yeah,
how you edit your videos, and how to do podcast. I just start now. And social media is very important for any business, even barbering, barber supply,
yeah.
any business you have.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, and like you said, like like going out there networking and all that stuff. Like a lot of people don't know, but I've been in the industry 14 years. I
yeah.
started cutting hair when I was 13, so I was a young kid. I'm only 26 right now. So it's like I tell people, like like you said, we're going out there taking pictures, trying to get to be known and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So I'm on the same boat. This is the first time that this thing is paying off, that we're doing great. So I understand 100% what you mean.
yeah. And through social media, you are in Florida, I am in New Jersey, and we are connected
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, so social
And
media
a
is
lot
very.
of people, we got a lot of following from New Jersey. I was impressed. Like yesterday I put a post on Instagram and I was like, "Hey, where you coming from?" And people were like California, Utah, Texas, New Jersey, Connecticut, Chicago. I'm like, man, people is coming from everywhere, and
Yeah,
that's a dream. That's a dream come true, because people said, "Oh, Jacksonville's not the city" and stuff like that. And to have people traveling from everywhere to come here, I mean, that's amazing.
that's amazing. Yeah. I met Pacino and Los Cadet and Mr. Official first time
Yeah,
in a Pensoken Barber Expo. You know, the one of my friend Tone Cut, he did expo over there in New Jersey, and I
Yeah.
even don't know them who they are. And because I was new in this country, because everybody was taking pictures with the Pacino, Los Cadet, and Mr. Official, Moody, and I say, I think they are some kind of famous people. Let me take a pictures too. So I just went there, I take a picture and I upload on my Instagram, and I got more attention, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how, people related with you, because
Yeah.
if you are with some kind of, big names in the industry. So that's how
Yeah.
social media changed my life. And now, I have, as a barber supply business, I have my own products. So I have customers in Canada, in London, in Europe, India sometime, and even
Yeah.
in Gulf. So the world is shrinking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, social media does change your life, like it can help you, and if you use it correctly, well, it can take you to the next level, and that is exactly what it did for me. Like, taking videos with Lowe's Cut It, with Jay Majors, and all these people has launched my business and my career to a whole nother level. So I mean, it's amazing
yeah,
to be where we at thanks to social media.
yeah. And you know, in barbering, back of the day, like 20 years ago,
Yeah,
barbering was not a cool thing. It was
it
like an
wasn't.
old people thing.
Yeah,
And now, like, you, young generation, jumped in the business, and they're bringing new shine in the
yeah,
industry. You
yeah.
know, back of the
I
day,
agree.
people don't feel proud to telling people I'm a barber. No.
Yeah,
But now people telling, to the
yeah.
others, I'm a barber,
Nah, yeah.
you
Now
know,
you're a barber. Now everybody likes the industry. The industry is growing.
and
People
cool.
are getting
People are cool
sponsorships.
now.
Yeah,
Barbering, being a barber is cool thing now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
So that, because it's education, more education in here, more, upgraded tools are there. And
It's like anything. It's like anything. Anything is gonna um get better, and it's gonna grow. Like for example, in any industry, no industry was the same 100 years ago. Everything has grown, everything has innovated, and everything has gotten better. I feel like um companies like Babyliss bringing out clippers, signing people, assigning them
yeah,
to a clipper, and having their face on the billboards, that changed the game.
yeah,
Having clippers that charge, and taking out the cord. I mean, there's so much has changed, but we're going the right direction. And um it's amazing to even know these people and learn from these people. So just like anything, it's going to keep growing, it's going to keep getting better, and we got to keep inspiring and educating people. And that's exactly why I did Jacksonville Barber Expo.
yeah. And these barbering events, they are good for any industries. Like I made a video about Connecticut Barber Expo,
Yeah.
because that was the expo where I start my business.
Yeah.
In the hood, a lot of barbers told me, you need to go to Connecticut Barber Expo. And
Yeah.
I said, what is that? They say, this is a kind of event. It's like a Super Bowl of barbering.
Yeah.
So I say, okay. So, I split money with my buddy. So I don't had that time $300 to pay up front.
Yeah.
So we go half and a half. And later on, somebody missed that show and the booth was empty. And J Major give me my own booth, and Rui, they give me my own booth. They say, okay, you want to go there? I say, I don't have money. They say, it's okay. You know, just take
Yeah.
that
They
booth.
just wanted to fill it
And
out. Yeah.
yeah, I was selling. I was so happy. And from that day, I never look back. And that's
Yeah.
why I try to go every barbering event,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
because
glad. I'm glad to have you, man. Like, we met in TT Barber Expo. We met in a couple other shows. So I'm
yeah,
glad that you can finally be here in
yeah,
Florida, man.
yeah. I like Florida, and what else you will do in the expo? It's a barbering competition too. What kind of
So,
competition?
so the way that we're gonna break it out this year is gonna be like this. On July 30th, which is the Saturday, the night before the event. We're gonna have a showcase and pre-party at my barbershop that I own here locally. The name of the barbershop is Fade and Cones Barber Lounges in St. Johnsville. If you know, we're gonna have food trucks, we're gonna have carbies, we're gonna have a cigar lounge trailer outside, for one of our sponsors. And then after that, the next morning, then we're gonna have the educational seminar, and then after the educational seminar, we're gonna have bar battles and vendors and everything. And then that night, we're gonna have an after party at Midnight Club right down the street from the venue. So I mean, it's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be something well organized. It's gonna be great. So I suggest that people buy their tickets, get information, and come out and network. Like a lot of people be like, oh no, it's just a showcase or stuff. It doesn't matter. Anywhere that you can go network, give out your
Yep.
Instagram, give out your business card, talk to people. You never know who you could meet in these events. So you got to take advantage of those things.
Yeah. And how much is for entrance, general admission for your
So
Barber
general,
Expo?
we got three different type of tickets. We got general admission, we have educational seminar, and then we got elite VIP. General admissions is only going to get you into the after to the Jacksonville Barber Expo battle, so it's going to let you go into the battle. The educational seminar is only going to give you entry to the educational seminar, and the elite VIP is limited. It gives you entrance to the educational seminar, and it gives you entrance to the bar battle, and it gives you a swag bag full of products as well
Hmm.
from different companies.
Yeah, VIP even better because
V, v,
I was
VIPs
in
are
Connecticut
150.
Expo and a lot of my barbers were there, and I said,
Yeah,
"How much you pay?" They told me, "But we got Babyliss shaver, we got this
yeah,
product, we got this product." I said, "That's cheap.
yeah.
VIP is
That's true.
better."
Yeah, VIP is better. I agree. I agree 100%. VIP so general entry at my show is going to be 40, educational seminar is going to be 80, and the elite VIP is going to be 150.
150, good.
Yeah.
And when your show is starting and when it's ending?
So the show starts the pre-party starts Saturday at 7, and the main event starts at doors open at 8:30 in the morning for the seminar, and they end, I think it was like a 1:30 or 2, and then doors open at the barber battle at 2, and then it ends at 9. After party is going to be from 10 to 2.
Mhm. 10 to 2.
Yeah.
And what kind of competitions categories are in the barber battles?
So we have fast fade best student, which is for student barbers. We're gonna have pompadour or comb over. We're gonna have low fade. We're gonna have freestyle design, and we're gonna have tag team. Tag team means two people get to cut in
Yeah.
one head.
Yeah. And how much are the prizes? Just to let people know.
How much is the price to enter, or what are you
Enter,
gonna?
and if they win, what they are getting.
So if so, it's $100 to enter for professional categories, and then for the student is $75. So first place gets money. So if you pay 100, you're gonna get 200 back for first place. So
Hmm.
you're gonna double up. You're gonna get caliber clippers.
Hmm.
You're gonna get products from Rhoda, and you're gonna get trophies. And I believe that the winner of the freestyle design is going to get a shelf full of products
No, nice.
for from Rhoda, valued at $1,600. And
Yeah.
there's going to be Babyliss giveaways. um, I believe that there's also other stuff. I don't remember too much because I got so much in my head, but
Yeah.
at least you're going to get trophy. First place is going to get trophy money, and they're going to get products,
Yeah.
and then second place is going to get Clippers, Babyliss. They're going to get a trophy, and they're going to get products as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that will be nice. I think to hear that now barbers are getting more recognized. I think
Yeah.
I should start barbering too.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. You need to.
Yeah. Tell us about you, how you start barbering, how your
Man,
journey start.
So I started cutting hair. I was 13 years old when I came to America for the first time. I'm originally from Fajardo, Puerto Rico.
Uh-huh.
I was there till I was 13 years old, and then my mother wanted to give us, a better lifestyle and a better education and stuff like that. So she brought us to Jacksonville. My grandpa had just passed away, and he left us a Conner Clipper. So since we couldn't get haircuts because at the time we couldn't really afford it, we didn't know anybody that cut hair. My brother was my first client, and my toilet was my first hair.
Hmm.
So I started cutting hair at the age of 13,
In the
and
home.
I started messing up my brother and myself, like just learning and keep getting better. But at the age of 15, I was called by a local barbershop, and then I started cutting hair in the local barbershop, and kept cutting hair. Went to high school and everything like that. And a little bit after I started working in the barbershop, my mom was diagnosed with cancer.
Uh-huh. Oh.
When uh, when my mother got diagnosed with cancer, the only thing that I had was barbering. I didn't have anything else. That was the only thing that I knew. And kept cutting and kept getting bigger in the industry and trying to learn it. And at the age of 18, my mother passed. My mother died, and when I was 18, she was
Oh.
44 at the time. And my dad was in South Korea with the military. So when my mom died, I was pretty much homeless. I didn't know where to be. So like wherever I could be, that's where I was gonna stay. And one day I said, this is all I know how to do, which is barbering. I'm gonna take this serious, and I'm never gonna look back. And that's
Hello. Yeah, you're back now.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but yeah, I never looked back, brother. I just kept doing that, and it went great.
Yeah, that's good. So you start from home to messing up people hair.
Yeah, I started messing my brother up, my little brother, and today my little brother's my videographer.
Oh, nice. You are have like a family.
Yeah, like a family.
Yeah,
That's what it's all.
yeah. That's I always tell people, just start before you're ready. You know, even you
Yeah,
messing up here, and if you have a products, you messing up in your products, just start before ready. And whatever you have, just do it. Don't wait like doing the big thing. And if you will wait for big thing, you will do nothing.
yeah, yeah.
Every
That's it.
every, every big thing start from the little.
Yeah, you just got to start somewhere. You just got to
Yeah,
start somewhere. It
yeah,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You make a way. So like when I started, this year when I started traveling and stuff, I saw everybody with camera guys, with people in camera and camera and camera, and then I was like, man, I need to get more content out.
yeah.
So
You see me too with the mic and
yeah,
interviewing people.
yeah. So I was like, I talked to my brother. I was like, hey man, like I know you're great at technology. You're great with computers and stuff. How would you like to be my videographer? He was like, man, that's great. Like I would love to. So now my brother's my videographer and he records everything. So all the videos that you see with Jay Majors and stuff, my brother is the one creating them. So I told him, hey, you don't have everything. You're not where you want to be, but we got to start doing it somewhere.
Doing
So
something. Yeah.
you start with something and then you keep growing and keep getting
Keep
better
growing.
until you get to be at the
Yeah.
best level that you can.
That's how I tell people, just start before you're ready. I
Yeah,
know a lot of my friends, even in my back home country, and even here. So a lot of my friends, they just trying to do big thing. They are waiting for a
yeah,
big boom, and I tell them my idea. I'm gonna do this. Oh, that's too little. We need to do big thing, and they are doing nothing basically. And I just had when I start my business, I start with $200 worth shears.
Yeah.
I I I had it, and I go to the streets, and selling people, showing to the people, and I was trying to learn English too, at the
Yeah.
same time. And my wife write it down on a paper. In America, how you introduce yourself: hi, my name is Kabod. I have hair cutting shears. That's how I started up, and
Yeah.
then I keep growing, and the people who are thinking that time like we're gonna do big thing, they are doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to
Yeah,
do something.
yeah. And when I came in the industry, I saw a lot of big names in the shear industry.
Yeah.
They're selling shear for thousands.
Yeah.
And in my town too, and in barber supply, I had a people like a 20 years, 20 years they've been doing the business, and they are like a big in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I start selling my barber supply on the street, people say, do you know those people are doing that stuff from 20 years, and they are millionaires, and
Yeah.
you have a regular car, Toyota, and in your trunk you are selling blades and
Yeah.
tool care and that stuff. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And I was in social media active, and I know how to talk people and give people good customer service.
Yeah.
And they was more old fashioned because they was not hungry in the industry. And I start selling shears, taking picture with barbers, uploading them, promoting their business, and
Yeah.
they become my friends, like a family. And I read Bible. In the Bible, David beat Goliath. I
Yeah.
told one of my barber, he said, "Stop! You will not successful. They are big people." I said, "No. If David can beat Goliath, I
Yeah.
can beat my competition in the market too. If
Yeah.
David have a slingshot, you
Yeah.
know, and Goliath was a big guy with the swords, and
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
laughing at the if you read the Bible, he was laughing at the David like huh? This
Yeah.
skinny little guy, he's a bring big people, big
Yeah.
warriors. And Goliath was a shepherd, and he had a slingshot, and he hit him, and he killed him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in the
David. Yeah.
industry, same thing. If we know whatever resource, whatever we have, and we have a passion, and we know how we can put that thing in the work, and we
Yeah.
can beat our, big competitions, our competitors too.
Yeah. Yeah. If you got favor and you're good at what you do, there's no reason why you couldn't be successful. It's all up to you. It's all
Yeah.
up to how bad you want it. So if you want it bad, if you want to get it, if you want to grow, it's all up to you. We all
Hmm.
have the same opportunity.
Yeah. Who was your mentor in the industry when you start?
Man, wow. When I started, I would say the person that I would admire a lot was like Pacino's. But
Yeah.
you mean mentor, like people started giving me advice and something? Um, I would say the first person that I met in person that took me to their barbershop and everything, the big person was Yandy Blends from Orlando.
Uh-huh.
Yandy Blends was the first person, and he was like, you could get whatever you want, and whenever he brought Sky Salon, he let me into the seminar, and then I met the seminar. But a lot of people have been very, very helpful for me, man. I look up to Jay Majors, I look up to Pacino's, and I look up to Chris Bosio.
Yeah.
I,
Chris
I look up
Basio,
to
yeah.
all those people. Chris Bosio is just different,
I
man. He's just
I learned
great.
from all of them,
Yeah,
Pacino, J Major, and it's been 8 years, and I've been looking at them, how they grew. I listen their story very careful,
yeah,
and and that inspired you too. Me too,
yeah, yeah. That's
So
good.
that's how you started up your business.
Yeah.
And when you start your business as a barbershop owner,
So I was like I said, I was 18. My mom passed, and I started working, and then I asked God, like, I need a good job, like, a job, and then I got called by Art of Shaving.
Art of
I got
shaving.
called
Yeah.
by Art of Shaving, and then I started working at Art of Shaving. So I started meeting some high profile people. Um, and when I started doing that, I met some football players, and stuff like that. And then I met this person. He was a trainer. His name is Blake McCoy. He's the owner of Total Body Bands. He's part owner
Mm-hmm.
of Total Body Bands. And he tells me, "Hey, listen, my barber has been late. He's being irresponsible. So if you could be responsible, I have you with the top millionaires in the city." So I cut his hair, and then a couple of months later, he tells me, "Hey, my mentor is coming to see you."
Mm-hmm.
So his mentor comes and then invites me to his house, and then I cut his kids' hair since they were babies and everything. He's Indian, so they got the tradition you got to shave the baby's head.
Indian,
So
like American Indian, are from
no,
New
no,
Delhi.
he's Indian. He's like from India. So I shaved his kid's head and stuff, and he was like, "What? How? You need to quit. Like, you need to open your own business." And I'm like, "Man, I'm making money." He's like, "No, once you open your business, you're gonna make real money."
Mm-hmm.
So I started praying. I started, asking God, how should I do it? And then when at the age of 22, I opened my business. At 2018, I opened Fade and Combs Barber Lounge with 6 chairs, something small, small TVs, everything, small mirrors and everything. And today we have 12 chairs in there. So
Mm-hmm.
um, it's a
Great.
great shop. We got the TVs that we want. Man, I literally invested all my time and money into that.
Mm-hmm. Ever you regret when you start a business and you was in the middle and you said, "Oh, I should change my profession."
If I regret it,
Ever? Yeah.
man, I've never regretted. I might think like, man, I need to slow down, but this is why I don't regret things. My brother told me this one time. He's like, would you change something that you did 5 years ago? He's like, what happened? You know where you're at now, but what happened if you would have taken another decision? You don't know if you could be worse. You don't know. So
Yeah.
like, I just live with the decisions that I take. Um, I haven't taken the best decisions always, but that's part of being a human, and that's part of getting better, and that's part of growing. I have flaws, and I have things that I struggle with, and I try to get better every year. So, and every day that I live. So, no, I never regretted it. I misinterpreted. Like I thought it was less hard. Like I thought it was less difficult, but you know, it was pretty hard. But I kept working, I kept pressing, and I reached the success that I wanted to reach.
Yeah. What advice would you like to give to new barbershop owners?
What advice?
Yeah. The barbers who are thinking to start up their new barbershop, their own barbershop
Yeah,
as a
man,
full-time barber. So
just
what
just
advice would you give them?
just be patient. Like a lot of the times when we start something, we want something now, 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 now. You don't need to have everything answered. Like it's like I tell people, like, oh, let me open a barbershop with 20 chairs. I'm like, no, just open, small and then keep growing because you're gonna spend all this money and not have any capital. And then when you don't have capital, then you're gonna have an empty chair and stuff. So, as people keep going, grow your business, invest, pay yourself, and then save money and invest it back into the business. My
Mhm.
advice would be just invest back into yourself as much as you can. Money's not doing anything in the bank. Do investments, whether it's in the barbershop, whether it's buying a home, whether it's preparing for your retirement. Just pay yourself and try to invest in yourself so you can keep
Yep.
growing. And just be positive, and if because the only thing is not cutting hair is being a inspiration to people. Like not only barbers, but the people that come to your share. You want to help them. You want to give them a good message. You want to make sure that they're good. So just invest in yourself and work really, really hard and try to help everybody that comes to your chair.
Yep. And a lot of barbers, I see being a barber supply. I see a
Yeah.
lot of barbers, their barbershop is busy and they
Yeah.
have good barbers, but they don't upgrade their barbershops.
Yeah. Exactly. I
Their
agree.
chairs are terrible, and the benches are chairs where the clients sit down, and and bathroom don't have a paper towel, no soap.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that 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 should be unacceptable, and it's like I tell my team, I have a team of 11 guys, you know, make sure that I'm grounded, make sure that you guys tell me, hey, this needs to be, because at the end of the day, we have a role as leaders, and we have to, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right. I'm not telling you that everything I've done in the barbershop is correct, but I'm telling you that I've gotten better. So yeah, like you said, my barbershop has been painted in 4 years. I think it's been painted 4 times, 3 or 4 times. So every year
hmm
I paint it. Every year I take
yeah.
everything
Look,
out, paint it, make it look brand new. That's people spend money. A lot of people want to charge more money on haircuts. They want to charge more money for services and stuff, but they don't get new clippers. They don't want to invest in chairs. There's only one way to do that.
they
Is
don't
investing
change the
in yourself.
blade sometime, and
Yeah,
customer, when you cutting their hair, they pull up people's hair.
yeah, you have to, have
Yeah.
to.
And a bad customer service sometimes, because this is very important in the customer service. I
Yeah,
see, because I see barbers sometimes they have a headphones on, and a new
yeah.
customer just walk in and they even don't say
They
hi.
don't even. Yeah, yeah. That's wrong. That's
They
bad.
don't even greet them
Yeah,
sometime. And
that's the first thing.
a new customer is there, and he look at them and they keep busy, sometime on the phone, you know, talking to people.
Yeah,
Yeah, so new people who's starting their business, make sure you greet your customers, clients,
yeah,
and
yeah.
give them a good, ask them what they like, they have to wait, smiley face, happy
Yeah,
to
that
help.
that that that's very important, making sure that your client feels welcome, that your clients feels happy, because you don't know what they're going through that day. So by you
Yeah,
telling them, "Hey, how are you? Welcome in," I always tell my guys when you answer the phone, make sure that you say your name and say, How's your day going? How may I assist you?" So the way
yeah,
you answer a phone is like, "Hey, how are you? My name is Nando. How may I assist you today?" You
yeah.
know, but
Sometimes a lot of bar new client, walk in, they come in and they ask, can I get haircut? And sometimes barber said, I'm
yeah,
busy, I'm booked.
yeah,
No, you can talk nicely to your
yeah,
client, this time I'm busy, but this is my number, you can schedule in future. And
yeah,
if you give them a good vibes and welcoming, your attitude, he might come
yeah,
back, and maybe he bring his
yeah.
brother-in-law, his brother, his relatives, his friends. He says, oh, these are nice people.
I agree. One thing that you should do is like as soon as they come in, you should greet them, let them know how they're doing. And do you have an appointment or are you just walking in? If they have an appointment, who do you have an appointment with? If they're just walking in, well, give me just a second. Let me see who's available and to see if we can take care of you right now. If not, we're gonna see our next time available so you can book your appointment.
Yep,
One thing I have Squire. So like let's say if people walk into the barbershop and they haven't booked, Squire gives you this QR code that you
yep.
scan it with your phone and then the website comes out in their phone. So it's really
They just book you
client
online.
friendly. Yeah, yeah, we take walk-ins too, like if we don't have nobody, we take them right away. But let's say if they walk in and we don't have time to service them at the moment, well, we'll tell them, hey, you can book through this link, and they'll book and come later on that day.
Hmm. Yep. So customer service is very important. Any
Yeah,
business, you
in
know,
any business. Yeah,
any business.
yeah.
And how financially they should prepare if they want to be full-time barber or barbershop owner.
Financially,
Yeah, what advice you will give to them?
man, just save as much. If you're trying to build a business, just try to save as much as you can. I mean, to
Cash
be
or
honest,
credit?
to
A
to,
lot of
to be
people like only cash, and don't accept Cash App, don't accept
oh, you
Venmo.
say you say payment for the
Yes.
barbershop. Okay. Yeah, so you got to have every source of payment, like I take card, I take cash, I take Venmo, I take Cash App. I have an ATM in the barber shop. There's many ways that you can pay. There's many
Yep.
ways. So the more that you have, the better it is because people feel more comfortable. You know,
People.
um, if the way that I have card, once you book your appointment, you can pay your appointment right there, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. But a lot of people, in the barber shop or in barber supply business, they don't accept credit cards and or cash app or other
In the
source of
beauty
payment.
supply,
Yeah, they say, no, cash is good. It feel good,
yeah,
smell good in
yeah,
our hand. So we can save some taxes too. So what
yeah. But the
you
thing
like as a
about that,
business?
to be honest, I like having cards sometimes, and the reason that I like having cards is because I want to have that paper trail. If you want to buy a house, if you want to buy a car, if you want to have investments, you need to show your money in order for you to get
Yeah,
something. That's okay. You can have some cash, and then that cash you invested in, but you need to have some type of credit card or something, or for you to collect that payment.
transaction for
A,
your bank.
a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't buy a house. I can buy this." Well, that's because you cannot buy something, and the government doesn't even know that you can afford it. So you have to
Yeah,
be able to prove it. So be smart, and that's one of the things that we're going to be teaching at Jacksonville Barber Expo. When you make money, how you invest your money, how much money do you save, where do you put it? You pay yourself first, stuff like that. So all of these things we need to teach people
yeah,
because of course, the barbering industry doesn't know too much, so we want to make sure that we can help them in that way as well.
yeah. Because when pandemic happened, and a lot of barbers and barber
Yeah,
supplies, my friends, we are same in same industries.
yeah,
I have a habit. I always pay tax, and
yeah,
I always do deposit in the bank, and I through them, so you can get loans for your
yeah,
business. You can grow
yeah.
more.
I agree.
And
Yeah,
when pandemic happened, the government was giving you loans.
yeah.
I was
Big
happy.
loan, big loan.
I was getting money from government big time. I had a small little barber supply van, and after pandemic, I got jackpot, and that loan was forgiven. And
Yeah,
I bought big van, the
yeah,
Ford Cargo high
yeah,
roof one, the big one. I bought it,
yeah.
and I was happy, and I doubled my business. So
But
they was
that's
asking me,
because
how you got it? I said, because I pay tax. I show bank my money that I'm
yeah,
making. So when I apply
yeah,
for online for government help, and my
funding.
industry,
Yeah,
barbering industry, was hurt in the pandemic, so they approved my loan,
yeah.
and they give
A
me
lot.
loan, and they forgive me.
Yeah,
So they
that's
was
good. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, my friend, a lot of my friend were regretting,
Yeah,
because that time in pandemic they was cutting home like $100 haircut. They was buying expensive sneakers, lot of good clothes, but I was saving my money.
yeah,
And
yeah.
after
That's good.
pandemic, I start two barber supply vans and added up more
Wow,
products in my brand.
that's good.
So
That's good.
because, and still now, I don't have my personal car. I have my two vans, barber supply. Wherever I go, I have two vans. Because
Yeah.
if right now I'm growing in my business, so if I buy Audi or Mercedes Benz, it's gonna take more money out of my pocket. And I want to spend my money in my business, so my business van can give me money. That's how I am investing my money in the business.
Yeah, that's how it is, because you did it correctly. You paid your taxes, you did everything on time, so everything went good, and that's exactly how it has to be done. So you
Yeah.
can't be mad because if you didn't pay your taxes, if you didn't put the money in your bank, well, that's your own fault.
Yeah, and especially if you are immigrant. So only immigrant mentality people know that, because when you get your citizenship, they ask you first question, did you pay your tax every year? So if you are an immigrant, you have to pay tax.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah.
I
They,
agree 100%.
yeah, if you are a barber or you are living in America, they're gonna ask you first question, do you pay tax every year? If you
Yeah.
miss your tax, they might say no to your citizenship. So that's how, a lot of in our industry, a lot of my barber supplies, the old fashioned people, they also don't accept PayPal, Cash App. They want to do only cash payment.
Yeah.
And I take the advantage, I accept all type of payments. And
Yeah.
sometimes a barber need a clipper, like a $200 worth clipper, and he don't have a cash. He said, I have credit card. Sometime my competitor, he says, no, I don't accept credit cards. So,
Yeah.
I have my own swiper with me all the time. So I just take that and I grow in my business, you
Yeah.
know.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I grow my
That's good
sales
there.
like that. So same thing in barbering, if you are a barber, accept all type of payments, PayPal, Cash
Yeah.
App,
Every
and
single thing that you can. Yeah.
yeah,
The more
and
you
you
have,
can,
the better, because the more people is going to buy with you because they know that you have different sources to
yeah,
pay through.
Apple Pay,
Yeah.
you know.
Android Pay, they got everything.
I accept even cryptocurrency too,
That's
Bitcoin.
good. That's good.
Yeah, so yeah, so this is good, in the industry, like young people, they are coming in the industry, and our barbering industry is growing more. I'm not
Yeah.
a barber, but I'm related to the barbering because I have a barber supply business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
because of you guys, we are in the industry.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
if
And because of you guys, we're able to have all the nice clippers and,
yeah,
and straight razors and
yeah, shares all the good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, so we are connecting with each other. So sometime, when I go to the Barber Expo, I don't feel like I'm a barber supply guy. I feel like I'm a
Yeah.
barber too.
That's good.
Yeah. So Nando, so what's your future plan for this expo? You wanna keep doing in the Jacksonville?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind expanding and going other places, but right now I'm just gonna enjoy putting my city on the map, giving love to my city, to the city that saw me grow up, to the city that gave me a home, to the city that gave me my child, to the city that saw me grow up. So that's the plan now. I mean, if we can grow it, of course, that's something that I'm gonna talk later on with my team, with my family,
Yep.
and I figure out where we can go. But I really want to make Jacksonville Barber Expo the biggest expo that we can have in
Yep.
Florida. In
Yep.
Florida. So whenever you talk about education, whenever you talk about expos, whenever you talk about vending, I want the name of Nando 787 mentioned everywhere you go in
Yep.
Florida, and not only in Florida, all over the nation.
Yep.
Um, Once we have done that, and that is the commitment that I have with the city. Well, I think that we can go to other venues and grow it, and probably go to
Yep.
different places. But I'm the type of person, I have plans, but I focus on the now. I can only worry about what's going on right now, and what I'm able to provide to the industry right now. So right now I feel like we're doing great, and hopefully with the blessing of God we can continue to grow and get better
Amen.
and try to bless other people.
Yep. And it's inspiring, how your story start. Your mom, pass away when you
Yeah.
was 18, and you just start keep cutting hair, and you came from Puerto Rico. You
Yeah.
born
Yeah.
you born in Puerto Rico?
I was born in Puerto Rico. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah. I was
going to
born.
Puerto Rico end of this month.
That's
First
good. You're
time.
gonna have fun. It's
My wife
beautiful.
is Puerto Rican. My wife is
That,
Puerto Rican,
that's good. That
Arecibo. So this is my first time. Even my wife is Puerto Rican. She's going first
yeah.
time to the Puerto Rico too.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Eat some alcapurrias. Eat some,
Acapuria,
arroz con gandules.
arroco gandule, bichivela, totones, panil, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. You're gonna have fun, man. It's a blast. People talk a lot about Puerto Rico and stuff like that, but man, I feel like Puerto Rico has one of the nicest, most happiest, and
Yeah.
sweetest people in the world. Once you
Yep.
go there, you're gonna have fun and you're gonna feel like at home.
Yeah, my family is Puerto Rican, so I know.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, the best people I love, to being interact with them, and I have a
Yeah,
lot of customers. My barbers, they are Puerto Ricans. Very
yeah,
nice. Always nice to see them. In the industry.
yeah. They're
So
good
yeah. So one day we will go to Puerto Rico too.
for sure. San Juan Beauty Show. We
San
can go
Juan
one day.
Beauty Show. Yep. I
Yeah,
met them in Orlando Premium Show in 2000, 2001,
yeah.
2021. I met them.
Well, I was talking to a company. I'm not gonna say too much, but I've been talking to a couple of companies. A couple of companies been looking at my work and stuff. So they were like, "Would you like to go to Orlando? Would you like to go to San Juan Beauty Show with us?" So I was like, I would love to. So that's something that is in the plans as well.
Yeah. So it's nice, brother. It was nice to talk with you. And thank you for giving me your,
Yeah,
time. And you are a busy barber. And
yeah,
I think you are preparing your Barber Expo too. And thank you so much for coming on live at short notice.
yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
you.
Remember, guys, July 31st, Jacksonville Elite Barber Expo. Don't
Yeah.
forget. Yeah, I will be there. Meet me there.
All right.
All right, brother. Thank you so
Good
much.
night.
Good night.